Hey everyone, it's Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a double treat box for you. This one's for Halloween, but as you know, with any of my boxes, you can use for any occasion. In fact, I think this would be really cute party favor. So you can put little party favors on one side and you can put treats in the other. It would be really cute for a party favor. And don't worry, it's really easy to do. You're going to see how easy it is to create. So this one is for Halloween. I did this on this side, and look at the little embellishments. I thought this was so cute to add these little bats flying overhead. And on the other side, I did the buckaroo. So you've seen me use this stamp set before, but yeah, isn't it cute? And I put the little raven on this side flying overhead. But you can decorate it however you like. But this is how we're going to do it today. It's got this little cute handle. It opens. I glued one side and then I left the other side open. So I think this is the side that I glued. But so it opens there and this side also opens. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's very, very easy to do. And we're making this today. Let's get started. It might be a little longer video because there is more parts to it. And also, this stamp set does not have dies with it. I used my brother's Scan and Cut to cut all these pieces out, these little bats and all this. But on this one, I fussy cut it. And it didn't take me more than 10 minutes to fussy cut. So if you don't have a Scan and Cut, no problem. Why do I keep pushing that in on that side? All right, let's scoot that down. All right, let's get started on that. All right, so I'll show you what I'm using for this. I am using the Nested Essentials. That's just for, I'm using this die here. I got it on my little magnetic. If you haven't seen this yet, y'all, I love this thing. I've talked about it probably in every video, but it holds all your dies and you don't lose them that way. And I haven't lost one since I've had it. All right, and something new for me. I don't know, it may have been around forever. So that's what I'm using the Nested Essentials for. I'm using Sweet Halloween, and I'm using a lot on this one. I use the Raven, the buckaroo here for the candy. I use the little candy corn, these stars, and the little bats here. So I used everything. The first one, I used the Brights collection in our designer series paper, but today I'm going to use a different pattern from the Spooky, I think it's called Spooky Halloween. Yeah, it's called Spooky Sweet. But I used this paper before on another project and I thought it was so cute, I decided to use it on this one. Just to show you a different variation, I like to show you different ways that you can use it. All right, you are going to need two pieces that are 7 by 5. And one that is 3 3/4 by 4. So if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I post on Tuesdays and Sundays. Sundays, it's a little bit more involved, and on Tuesdays, it's quick and easy day. But there is an inspiration sheet on my blog at stampingwithamore.com where you can download and print the measurements and the supplies needed for this project. So you're going to need that. You're going to need the designer series paper. So I'm cutting two pieces that are 1 7/8 by 3 7/8, two that are 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then actually you need 4, and I only cut 2. 4 of these 7/8 by 1 7/8. I'll have to cut a couple really quickly. Okay, so let's start by stamping. So I'm using basic white thick like I use in all my projects, and we're going to stamp all the images that you're going to need for this project. So I'm going to use the VersaFine Clear. I love this ink, so I'm going to use this. And you're just going to do the boo. You're not going to do the, and it's easy with the stamp pad to get all the way up there and not get the, I also have a piece of paper towel where I can wipe it if I get it on there. So you need this. I didn't cut these out individually. I'll show you how I cut this one out in just a second. Okay, so there's the buckaroo. If you mess up like this and you have a Stampin' Right marker, I use the black. And if it, see, I didn't get the very top there, so I just go over that. and it fills it in really good. By the way, our Stampin' Right markers are going away. So look in the, if you want the Stampin' Right markers, go to the, I think they're going to be in the clearance rack, and we are going to be able to get them there. I don't know if they'll be discounted or not, but we are discontinuing those. And we're discontinuing quite a few things. While I'm stamping here, I'll talk about that. So we are going to be discontinuing the red rubber stamps, and it's because there's a sourcing issue with it where they can't seem to get them sourced. I guess that's what they have told us. And also we're getting rid of the clear stamps, so after the first of the year we're going to have only photopolymer, and they are going to be packaged different, which I'm super sad about, y'all. I am really sad about this because I love the packaging that they come in now. They come in these cases, and I can see everything from the side, and I have them all lined up in a shelf so I can see what I need, and everything shows here. Now they're going to come in envelopes like our dies come in. So I'm not happy about that, but we have to move on. I know I've heard a lot of people aren't happy about it, but so we'll see what happens, because you'll have to figure out another way to organize, you know, your stamps and dies. Alright, so we need 4 of those, and then I'm going to take the edge here, I'll flip it around so I don't waste that half, and we're going to do the sentiment. Yeah, we have some big changes coming here. So you can let me know in the comments what you think about those changes. Alright, so that is everything we're going to use. Like I said, I already fussy cut all these because I don't want to take any more time in the video because this box is a little bit more involved. I'm going to cut this out. And I'll use these because I'll send them through my brother's scan and cut them all out, so I have extra. Alright, I'm going to set that aside, and here are the pieces. And this is how I cut the bucru this time. So I'm going to use it like that. I have the little raven, and I have 4 of these bats, and I got quite a few of these left over from when I used them. I put them through the scan and cut. We only need, I think, 4 of them. So I'm going to straighten this out because I want less room here. Alright, let's see if I can get that a little bit straighter. I'm really picky about these things. I should do it on my trimmer, but I usually don't. Alright, I think that's okay. Let's scoot these all out of the way. We do need these. I'm going to color them, and I'm just going to use my blends for this. We are still going to have the blends, so if you still love the blends, you can use these. This is super quick coloring. I'm not doing anything fancier. You know I would use my Ahoo markers if I was, because I love those for, like, you know, different blending, and I have a lot more options. Alright, and we're using the bullet tip, which I never use with the Ahoo because the other side is so good, the brush side. I'm going to do pumpkin pie here, and that's Daffodil Delight. Don't get me wrong, I still like these, and I have still reasons to use them like this. So I'm still using them, just not like I used to. Alright, we got those all ready to go. Let's get working on this box. Now I told you for the handle we are going to use this piece right here, and I'll show you that in just a second. We need to score everything first. So let's just go ahead and score all this. Alright. So for this one right here on the 3 3/4 inch side, you're going to score it at 2. That's it on that. And then on these pieces, on the 5 inch side, you're going to score it at. Let me get my wax paper because I didn't wax these when I did that. Let me do them on both. All right. And for those of you who don't know, this definitely helps your stylus to slide over it very good. It's 1/2, 1.5, 3.5, and 4.5. I was telling you the other measurements for the 7-inch side. So the 7-inch side, you're going to do it at 1/2, 1.5, 5.5, and 6.5. I'll do that again for you since I messed up the first time. Okay, so on the 7-inch side, you're going to do 1/2, 1.5, 5.5, and 6.5. And then this one is 1/2, 1.5, 3.5, and 4.5. That's all our scoring. These two are exactly the same. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the cut and emboss because we need to partial cut this, and this is what we're using that for. Now this is the 2-inch side and this is the longer side. You want to cut on the 2-inch side. So you're going to set this down here, and I'm leaving maybe a good 1/2 inch there and just center it here on your thing. Let me grab the cut and emboss. And let's set this up the right way. I have new plates, y'all. I just need to get them out. You're going to slide this through, and you're going to line this up with the score mark that we just made. You can go a little bit over if you want, but stay right close to it. And then you're just going to run it through. For a minute it confused me because I had the tape. Usually I put the tape on this side that I'm cutting, and I had the tape here. All right, we're going to just scoot this out of the way. And you're going to have this on here. So this is what you're going to have. I'm going to grab my cutting mat. And I'm just going to cut this with my little utility knife, but you can cut it with your scissors. And I got to see that I didn't get this all the way down to the score mark, so I'm going to cut that down there. And then here, I'm just going to go right straight across on that score mark. And then we'll have our piece here. Let me cut that too. There we go. And this is going to be our handle. Now I'm going to round these corners. You can leave them square if you want, but I liked it rounded. So I'm rounding that. Make sure you're careful with these because they do cut very, I mean, you can cut yourself a lot with that. They are dangerous. And we have that all ready to go. Now let's get our box part ready. We're going to cut these both the same way. And this is really important. Cutting it this way because you want your flaps for your box to be in the right side. So we're going to cut these two down to the second score mark. Just cut across here, cut down on here, cut down on here, and cut this end off as well. And I'm keeping these straight because these are going to be glue tabs. Cut this off here. And then you can cut into these, and I'm cutting these shorter. And this is important too, how your box, it helps your box to close better. So I cut that shorter. You can even do it in this step here. Just cut it shorter and then cut into them like that. All right, we're going to do this side the exact same. We're cutting these two here on the end off, cutting down here, cutting down here, and then cutting down here, all to the second score mark. And then I'll cut this short, and then we're going to cut in here. Same with this one. And then these tops I'm cutting too. And you want to cut these really good because you want to make sure your boxes are going to close good because, you know, they're going to be close to each other when you open it. So that's what it's going to look like. We're going to do the other one the exact same way. I'll kind of speed through this one. Okay, so we have both ready right here. All right, I'm going to just take a little bit off of here because I could see I missed that edge there. It went a little crooked, and I like that to be straight. Okay, got that. All right, let's sharpen all the score marks now on all these. Okay, so those are all ready to go. I am going to use tear and tape for this because it worked the best. You can use wet glue, but yeah, we're going to use these are the glue tabs on the sides here. So we're going to do that. And you're going to do it on both of these. You'll see how easy this goes together. All right, I want to make sure those are down really good because when I don't do that, it doesn't want to lift good. All right, take my little paper piercer here. And we are going to attach it to the handle here. So you're going to just fold it back like that, but you want to make sure you line this up, like your edges here and here need to be lined up, and you're going to do it right up to that score mark, just like that. Super easy, right? Just press that down, remove this backing here, well, I guess even when I do press it down I can't get it. And then this is going to come up and it's going to attach here. So line this up to that. Make sure it's lined up really good too, to the bottom. So this, okay, sorry, I heard my camera stop, so I don't know what I missed there, but we're going to go ahead and remove the backing. Here is our box, the first one, and we are going to do the second part here. So we're just going to remove the backings. We're doing it the exact same way as the other one. I don't know, y'all. I thought my camera was fixed, but I guess apparently it's not. So I'm going to line this up, and you want to, again, try to remember to line it up just right to that score mark. And then we're going to do this side too, and this is going to go to the bottom here. And again, make sure you have this lined up really good, so it's all level here. I stick my fingers in there, get my bone folder. And since this is the side I was talking about is open, I'm going to glue this side here so that that side stays closed. And that'll be our, this will be our open side, and on this one, this side will be the open side. All right, so we're going to just put that in there. Again, you have to hold this. But you can do the other one, I have both on one side. So it all depends on how you want to do it. It's your choice. I just wanted to give you this option because it seemed like a good option to me. But here's our box ready to go. Isn't that cute? All right, we're gonna, no, this one doesn't want to stay closed. All right, we're gonna decorate it now. So let's get all our pieces here. And I'm gonna use regular seal for this. So on these, they go on the sides. So I'm gonna put those on the side. These are the smallest pieces. I don't know, this paper is so cute. Trying to get this even. All right, and then I'm gonna flip it and you're gonna do them on this side. It goes together really easy. Just pay attention to the height here and the bottom here. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. All right, so this one goes on here. And then these longer ones go on the top. And we're going to put the big ones on last because we have to add our little bats and our little raven. All right, so those go on there. Isn't it cute, that paper? I think it's so cute. All right, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, y'all. I think I'm a little close. Okay. All right, so I'm using a little 8-inch strip, that's hard for me to say, of window sheet. I'm going to use some glue dots, and I am just going to put a glue dot on the back of this. Let's see. And then we're just putting it on the back of our little raven here. Y'all, I had an idea after I did this. You can cut out 2 of these and glue one on the back so you can't see this on the back. I think that'd be a cute idea. All right, so we'll put our raven right here. Let's cut this. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of wet glue. You're not gonna see any of this because it's going to be underneath the Designer Series paper. I don't make him go over the handle because he's a little bit lower there. All right, so let's put this on now. And then we'll do our bats on the other side. This goes on top. But I thought it was so cute, like flying over that. And then on this side, we're gonna do our little bats. So where are you? We need 2 for this, but I was talking about what I was talking about is that you can put them back to back like that, and then you'd have one on the back and one on the front. But we're not going to do that. That's extra work, y'all, and I'm not going to do that. I think it looks fine. But for those of you who would like to do it, it's just an idea. All right, so we're going to do this bat first. Another reason to use the wet glue is you can move these guys a little bit because I want one taller than the other. Okay, one more for the other bat. And like I said, I fussy cut all these. I don't usually fussy cut. I go to my brother's Scan and Cut and I usually do that. But I thought this way would be easy too, and I wanted to show you can do them either way. Let's see, do I want that? Yeah, let's make this one taller. Let's use our seal on here. I just didn't want to get it on my, let's make him a little taller. And then we're going to put on the other mat, front mat. Just like that. So it's all sealed in there. All right, we're gonna do the here for the candy on this front one. And then we're gonna use the little candy corns on here. I'll use my wet glue for these. I'll put one down here. And then we'll put 3 at the top here. Oh, stayed on my finger. It's because it's sticky. Let's kind of make them fun looking, not straight. Do that one. All right. My matting on this one's not wanting to stay down. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it over and we're going to do the Boo Crew on this one. So I'm just going to add crew down here. I almost like it better not cut out individually. And then we're going to put the Boo here. Scoot that over a little bit. Again, this is why I like the wet glue. And then we're going to put our one of the little bats here. And then we'll put another one down at the bottom. Here. And then I'm going to grab my ribbon, which I am using the Secret Sea ribbon because I didn't have any black, but this is really dark and it's pretty close to being black. So I'm going to use this one. Why are you not wanting to stay on there? There, I think I got it now. And we are going to put a bow on this. I'm going to put it on this side. Let's get this even. It's also moving around on me like crazy. That doesn't help. All right, let me see if I can lay it down here and do it this way. Yeah. Oh, I think I might like the bow up higher. Oh no, it's cute. Okay, there you have it. It's all done. Isn't it cute? I love this box. It's just so cute, you know, that you can put more. And look at the little handle on it. I hope you like this one. Which one do you like better? The 6x6 in our Brights collection, or do you like the little Halloween pattern? I think they're both cute. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.